What's good, my Travel Barber Tribe? Today we got our work cut out for us. We are fixing a haircut. I know it looks like my client might have did it himself. He did not. He actually got it done somewhere, I think by a hairstylist, not a barber. Not saying hairstylists can't fade, but it's usually not their expertise if they haven't had any training. And so I guess the person that did it was a little overconfident, and he ended up walking out with this haircut like this, the way it came in. Pretty much, it wasn't like, it's not that it's not like fixable, because throughout this tutorial or just this whole haircut video, you're going to see how I bring this haircut back to life. But she just basically didn't blend. She just shaved and didn't blend anything. So but she didn't do too much damage to the point where like it couldn't be fixed, like, or to the point where it was like too high or bald in the middle or whatever, you know what I mean? So so we were able to bring this back to life. You will see at the end of the video the after. So the beginning was the before, the end you'll see the after. And so basically the only thing he wanted a little bit of a different haircut, but like a burst fade, but the only thing we could do was skin taper the sides and back to kind of make everything blend in and even and all that good stuff. So we did a kind of a messy texture on top. We did a skin taper on the sides and the neckline. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I brought this haircut back to life, make sure you watch the whole video all the way through. And I actually haven't done like a fixer-upper like haircut like this in a long time. I've had some haircuts where I had to fix, but nothing like this drastic. So this was fun to do. It's fun to do stuff like this sometimes, just to see, kind of test your skill set, you know what I mean? If you've been cutting hair for a while, but at the same time, you feel bad for the client. You don't want them to have to go through getting a bad or difficult haircut, because that can definitely, these are supposed to like boost your confidence, and that can definitely kind of hurt your confidence and ego and stuff. So let's get into this. So we did a skin taper on the neckline. We had to take it kind of high because where she shaved it at was pretty high up, so we had to start our first line just a little bit on the higher side, but we got everything nice and blended. Basically just did skin with the trimmer, and then just blended everything up kind of up here towards the top. I had to make sure not to go in too far, but we basically just used, like, I think I fluctuated around like a 4 or 5, and using the lever to open and close, just to kind of remove a lot of that weight. And we just went ahead and did the we skinned the bottom out with the trimmer, and then we went up with the lever halfway open, and then closed it using the corner to blend, and then went up with our half guard, playing around with our lever, and then number 1, 1.5, all the way up to, like, we had to use like just like a 4 or 5 around the top to kind of remove some of the weight. And then we're going to use some shears at the end, and some thinning shears and all that. And you guys know how I like to do. I like to go ahead and line up afterwards so I can get a clearer look at the area to make sure it's all blended in the mirror. Moving on to the skin taper on the sides. Didn't have to take it super high, more of like it's kind of like a mid-high ish kind of taper. Had to take a little bit of weight off the sides, really just removing a lot of weight out the way so we can blend it, using like our number 2 guard and then our number 4, kind of getting a lot of that weight out of the way, because if you remove the weight first, it's a little bit it's a little bit easier to see the whole area and like know if you have to go really high or not. But when you just start blending, when it's super bulky in that area, you're really not too sure how high you're going to end up going sometimes. And sometimes you might end up going higher than needed, you know what I mean? So really just removing a lot of that weight helps you see the area a lot clearer, and prepare you for the haircut, kind of like a little bit more mentally, and give you like a vision of what it's going to look like before you actually finish, before you actually like start fading and all that. So that's why I always remove a lot of the weight and bulk first out of the area that I'm going to fade or taper or whatever. So if you guys are like paying attention, I'm using mostly the corner of my clipper, messing around with that lever, and just making sure everything gets nice and blended in there. Trying, not to go too high because we want to keep some volume around that area. He doesn't want a super high taper or anything like that. So yeah, just working with what we got. Working with what we got. And always, unless the client says otherwise, you want to make sure to go ahead and taper into the beard if they have a beard. If they don't, you just do your taper. But if they do, that area that you skin out, you want to just taper that top part into the beard. So it looks a lot cleaner. They're not walking out with just like a block, kind of a square block right there where it's not faded in. You know what I mean? So you're not doing the whole beard. You're not going to charge them extra for that. You're just going to go ahead and taper that in. Because it's usually in the barber world, that's usually part of the haircut, but you're not lining up the whole beard or anything like that, so just keep that in mind. And then we just kind of line everything up, keep it all nice and clean and natural, and it gives me a nice look at it, a better view at it in the mirror, and lets me get a good look to know if there's anything else I need to fix or work on. Also, standing in front of it can give you a better view of how they're gonna look at it, because remember, your client always stands in front of the mirror and they look at it dead straight on. So you wanna center yourself in front of them and get a better look to see how they're gonna view it. See if anything's sticking out, anything doesn't look blended and whatnot. But you also get a better view of the whole entire haircut, so you just want to make sure everything looks blended from any angle that you would see it from. So that's what the mirror is for. And this taper looks very nice and clean. I'm very happy with it. He was as well. And you're just gonna repeat all these same steps on both sides. Everything was kind of in the taper on the where the haircut was messed up out on the side, it was kind of in the same area, so one side wasn't higher than the other, so it kind of worked out. Was able to taper everything nice and smooth, and then we just add a little bit of texture and take some length off the top, add a little bit of texture, and that's about it. And this haircut came out really good. Make sure you watch it till the end to see everything I did. All right, so this is the final look with a little bit of texture powder in there. The client was very happy with the results. I was very happy with the results. Came out really good, and I appreciate him letting me record the haircut, because not a lot of people like to record it when the haircut doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Some people don't want to be on camera when the haircut is like a real mess, but when you know it's going to come out really good and they trust you, it looks really good on looks really great in the video. So I'm grateful to have been able to record this and fix up this hair. Final 360 look, fixed haircut, skin taper, texture, looks good. Hope you guys have a great day. Catch you in the next one.